Fame and fortune will not protect you from attacking those most vulnerable in our communities. And this is an absolute testament to that commitment. No matter what color shirt we wear, or who we are, or where we're from, we will find out who you are.
Caught and charged. Court documents reveal Jared Fogle paid for sex with minors. RTV6 uncovering what's next for the now former Subway pitchman.
And we're just hours from the big changes in the weather. With more comfortable temperatures come storms and thunderstorms. Kevin is tracking who could get hit and when.
And we continue to keep a very close eye on the forecast out there. But first, that breaking news we've been following all day in the case against Jared Fogle.
That's absolutely right. Let's straight out to Call 6 investigator Rafael Sanchez. He is live at ISP headquarters with the latest. Rafael?
Good afternoon. You know, Jared Fogle is still facing a number of court hearings. We are here live at the State Police Post on the city's east side, and behind me, that vehicle behind me may look somewhat familiar. That is the forensic mobile lab that was parked in the driveway of Jared Fogle's Zionsville home back on July the 7th. That is the unit that helped recover some of the evidence that brought about those criminal charges that became public today. We'll go inside that lab coming up on the news at 4:30. But today, we got some revelations about Jared Fogle, the man that encouraged many people to eat healthy, the former Subway spokesperson who encouraged families to eat healthy. He today admitted that he was having inappropriate relationships with young girls. He says that he will get treatment for that, but outside the federal courthouse today, it was simply a media circus. A tip to state police is what led investigators to uncover the activity of Jared Fogle. The former Subway sandwich spokesman is accused of receiving child pornography involving 10 Indiana girls and engaging in sex with at least 2 girls from out of state, at the time under the age of 18. Federal prosecutors say that activity happened in New York City while Fogle was on business trips either for Subway or his foundation.
Let's call this what it is. This is about using wealth, status, and secrecy to illegally exploit children.
Investigators say that Fogle was aware that the former head of his foundation, Russell Taylor, was producing and sharing pornography and said nothing about it. Taylor is in custody in the Marion County Jail. Authorities also don't believe that there are other victims.
Cybercrimes are hard to track and trace, as you heard. You trace evidence, the forensics involved, 47,000 emails and text messages, a lot of information to go through. But the tenacity of our investigator team behind us to be able to whittle through all that muck and mire and think about all the things they had to go through emotionally to bring this to justice said it's important that we stand here today as a team saying thank you to the community and thanking those persons who reach out to those families and put services in place for them as well.
Yeah, this was a really teamwork based with Metro Police, the FBI, and State Police. The U.S. Attorney's Office telling me that if there are other victims, that the plea deal would allow them to reopen this case and file more charges if needed against Jared Fogle. Now, Fogle did not speak today when he left the courthouse after the lunch hour, but his attorney did speak. Here's what Jeremy Margolis had to say about his client.
He knows that restitution can't undo the damage that he's done, but he will do all in his power to try to make it right. Jared also knows that he has a medical problem. He has already sought evaluation by a world-class psychiatrist experienced in these matters, and he will seek appropriate treatment.
You heard there from Jeremy Margolis, the attorney for Jared Fogle. You also heard what could be already the beginning of the defense in this case, in Jared Fogle citing a medical condition for what happened. The U.S. Attorney's Office saying that they will wait to see if that is used. Nonetheless, they will still proceed with what they want, which is at least 5 years in prison. This is what Jared Fogle's family had to say. They released a statement to RTV6 today, and in part, let me read you that statement from his family. It goes to say, "Our family is shocked and profoundly disappointed in Jared's abhorrent criminal behavior, and we are very concerned for the well-being of those affected by his conduct. At the same time, we are gratified that Jared is accepting responsibility for what he has done by agreeing to plead guilty to charges filed today and by volunteering to make restitution to the victims." That is in part what the family had to say. We have the entire statement posted on our website, theindychannel.com. This has been a very complicated case for all involved. The FBI, state police, and of course the Metro Police Department. Let me just give you an idea of what they had to go through. This was really revealed to us today by the U.S. Attorney's Office, a simple demonstration of some of the stuff they had to go through. And let me just say that this is just a limited list because I could not find all the things in which they found child pornography on involving Russell Taylor and Jared Fogle. And what I mean by finding pornography, the materials that were used. For example, investigators had to go through 16 smartphones, 5 tablets, 6 laptops, 6 loose hard drives, 10 memory cards, 46 CDs, and 22 DVDs, and there was so much more. There was also some MP3 players that were involved in the situation. And just to give you the magnitude, Melissa and Jason, we are talking about 27,000 emails, more than 27,000 emails, more than 3,000 videos involved in this investigation, and more than 160,000 texts. All information that all those investigators had to go through before we got the criminal charges released to us today in Indianapolis in the federal courthouse. I'll have much more coming up on this developing story here from the State Police Post on the city's east side. For the now, Rafael Sanchez. Now back to you.
A lot of hard work by Rafael and all our crews out there today. Fogle's case, of course.